One of the most common questions I get asked is, can you create a pre-show playlist in SOLOstudio Pro that plays before the show begins and then I can just stop when I come onto stage? Well, of course you can. So how do you do it? Well, we're going to use groups. If you've not watched the groups video, please watch that first, because this is going to be a bit of a hands-on, quick way of setting this up. So you're going to need some prior knowledge about how groups work. So let's do this. We're going to add a group in the top right-hand corner. And once we've got the group up, we're going to go into the group. And the first thing we're going to do is to enable Go mode. So bottom left-hand side there, you can see Go mode Pro, group tag for Go mode. So we're going to enable that. What that does is tell the group to play cues sequentially. And on that note, we need to add some cues. So I'm going to click Add, Audio, and I'm going to select these 3 tracks, and I'm going to import them. And these are the 3 tracks I want to loop forever before my show begins as some nice background music. Now, as you can see, it's coming with some default track settings applied, but in the interest of time, I'm going to disable those, and I'm going to shrink down all the audio to just a few seconds so that we don't have to sit through 12 minutes of music. So let's do that. So let's trim this all the way down to just a few seconds, take off the fades. Now, what you do need to do is make sure that every track has autoplay next track enabled. So I'm going to go back into them and click autoplay next track. And go back, and then go autoplay next track, and go into the last one, autoplay next track. And then there's just one last setting, and that's the loop function, because we want this to continually loop forever. So I'm going to turn loop on, and I'm going to click all the way up to infinite, which basically means this will just carry on. Now, one last thing, we need to assign a tag to this group to make it nice and easy to set up. So I'm going to click assign tag. I'm going to take my tag, and I'm going to scan it with Solo. And hopefully now that, as you can see, my little tag, that should now be working perfectly. Now, all I need to do is when I scan this, you'll see track 1 will play, and then we'll automatically move on to track 2. And then we'll move on to track 3. And then because autoplay is on and loop, we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to start track 1 again. And it really is as simple as that. And that is how you create a pre-show playlist. Now, obviously from the home screen, you can see this continually playing and going round. So when you're ready to go on stage, all you need to do is tap that tile and it will stop your pre-show playlist. If you want to start it again, simply tap it and away you go from the top, playing your pre-show playlist. Nice and easy. It really couldn't be simpler. And that's it. That's how you create a pre-show playlist.